I remember when I was younger, I used to go to my grandma's house every once in a while. One thing I remember clearly from those times is going into my grandma's newspapers and pulling them out, not to read the news, but to read the comic strips on the back. Peanuts, Blondie, Hagrid the Horrid, Beetle Bailey, The Family Circus, Garfield, and the holy grail of newspaper comics, Calvin and Hobbes. My experience with comic strips is different than most because I am younger, so most news had moved to digital in the age I was born. So my only outlet for newspapers was my grandma. The digital age of news feels way less cool than when it was a traditional, but I digress. The only other form I could consume comic strips were in collected editions. School libraries, secondhand stores, all viable options for finding that sweet, sweet comic juice. Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson ran from November 18th, 1985 to December 31st, 1995. It's an episodic series that follows 6-year-old Calvin on his daily misadventures with his pet tiger, Hobbes. The series meant a lot to me growing up. It was a special thing between me and my mom. We bonded heavily over the series that she had introduced me to, and I couldn't be more grateful. I just have to commend Bill Watterson for coming up with such profound and creative ideas that actually feel like you're in a 6-year-old's imagination. I also like when they have multiple part stories that detail a longer adventure, like The Killer's Snowman or Yukon Ho. He also tackles existentialism and deeper themes throughout the series. In comics, they talk about the meaning of life, how small we are in the universe, and how humans are destroying the earth. Take this comic strip, for example. It follows Calvin and Hobbes walking through the forest when they stumble upon a piece of litter on the ground. Calvin goes on a rant about how littering is terrible, and he adds a line taking a jab at people making nuclear weapons in the 4th panel. This is a social commentary and a cartoon of all things. Bill Watterson is a prolific and captivating artist that does things with this medium that no other has. He has social critiques and existentialism in these comics that are supposed to be for kids. He breaks the molds of kids' media not having any deeper meaning way before everyone else started doing it and became the norm. This was the early 80s when he did this. Bill Watterson likes to add many existential questions to his stories through Calvin as the outlet. Take this next comic, for example. It shows Calvin, the 6-year-old boy, asking about the meaning of life. I think Bill's used the juxtaposition to add a slight humor to the comic, but its main objective is to get Bill's thoughts out onto paper, and I think Calvin reflects his mentality towards life and death. Bill is in a way a philosopher that uses comic strips as a medium. The idea of life is absurd, and Bill Watterson likes to echo that through his work. This next comic talks about man's creation, whether it's to discover something about life or is it something just simple as to keep someone from being bored. The philosophy of there being a simple answer and a complicated answer is really intriguing. Does man create to find meaning in existence and express himself, or just keep his mind off things? That is the question this comic is posing. This comic's profound nature is really interesting, and I love this comic to death. I wish there was more of it to read, but unfortunately he stopped writing in 1995. Anyways, if you like the video, subscribe. I'm probably going to make a part 2, and I don't want you to miss out on that because I really want to get more thoughts out, but I have a hard time writing, so thank you for watching.